I don't know if you can see my eyes right now, but I clocked out for the day. Chilling, doing some Patreon stuff, working on the Patreon exclusive draft stuff, which is up right now. By the way, if you are already supporting my Patreon, I was like, that's, it's going to be a nice night to go to bed. And then boom, out of nowhere, Detroit is dealing quarterback Matthew Stafford to the LA Rams in exchange for 2 future first-round picks, a third-round pick, and Jared Goff. So, obviously the Matt Stafford trade's not, we're expecting, right? It was only a matter of time. People were like, oh, he's going to Indianapolis, or maybe the Washington football team could find a way to acquire him, or maybe they're going to look at Pittsburgh or something like that. The Rams, then 2 days ago maybe, were like, oh, they're looking at potentially shipping off Jared Goff. But ultimately, no one ever really considered the LA Rams a legitimate destination for Matt Stafford. But I guess kind of when you think about it, if they were shifting Jared Goff, I don't know how the exact contract's going to work, but they're shifting off an expensive quarterback. They're bringing in an expensive quarterback for a team like the Rams that has generally not had ideal salary cap space. It kind of countered off a little bit. So from that standpoint, man, it's just, okay, unpredictable. But now the landscape of the NFC has certainly changed. The Rams get an infinitely better quarterback. The Rams' disregard for premier draft picks is kind of frustrating. I feel like if I was a Rams fan, I would love to have just rookies come in and get super excited about them. And I guess they have hit on a lot of later round guys, but the Rams continue to just refuse to waste the prime Aaron Donald years. They understand this is it, and no matter how many times we have to kind of shuffle a little bit, even to the extent of we saw Todd Gurley go and Jared Goff go, but they're still firmly in almost an all or nothing mode. And Matt Stafford is, that's an upgrade. Matt Stafford will definitely take you further than Jared Goff. And the disrespect I kind of think on social media regarding Matt Stafford, I'm not a Matt Stafford homer or anything like that, but he's a good quarterback. I remember my buddy's a Niners fan. I was like, man, what if Matt Stafford went to the Niners? He's like, well, Jimmy Garoppolo is more playoff. One of those things. I was like, the disrespect. Matt Stafford, arm talent-wise, just straight-up arm talent, probably a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. And I think generally he's a top 10 overall right now. And for the LA Rams, you constantly just had to deal with Jared Goff being inconsistent. Jared Goff being football robot, beep, burp. All I do is literally what Sean McVay tells me. And if a team changes something after the communications get shut off between player and coach, he looks the Super Bowl against the Patriots. That's kind of what happens. So the Rams are looking good. Matt Stafford makes them big dogs. Again, they're always going to be a competitive team, even if they still had Jared Goff. But Matt Stafford is definitely the big-time boost. And again, it's just another case of the Rams throwing disregard to premier draft picks. So what does it mean for the Detroit Lions? Well, the Detroit Lions are getting multiple first-round draft picks. There's a reason why they signed Dan Campbell to a 6-year deal, because it's a rebuild. They know it's going to have to take a little bit of TLC to get that Detroit Lions roster where you want it. But Jared Goff coming in is kind of weird in a way, because I think personally, the way that I've kind of been doing mock drafts over the last couple of days or so, it's just maybe they want to get and move up realistically to get a Zach Wilson, right? There's got to be a runoff on quarterbacks after Trevor Lawrence, and there could be a chance for someone to move up, especially if the Jets are truly committed to the Sam Darnold thing. There's an avenue for the Lions to get Zach Wilson. I think that all along should be the plan. But now with the acquisition of Jared Goff, it's weird. There's 2 ways of reading it. One way is maybe the Lions, for whatever reason, think that they can develop Jared Goff, and there's still something there. Could be the case. I more so kind of view it as all right, Jared Goff is a stopgap quarterback that potentially could have some upside, but they're bringing him in because maybe they feel like the quarterback that they can get at 7 is going to have that developmental time. Are they truly sold on someone like Trey Lance or Justin Fields that's going to need at least, I think ideally would benefit immensely from a redshirt season, if not a little bit more. It's the Aaron Rodgers approach. You don't have to obey the logic that you need your rookie quarterback to play sooner than later because of the salary cap implications. At the end of the day, having 3 years of a super elite quarterback because you waited until he was ready is probably going to be better than having him play year 2, year 1, and potentially just shoot his confidence in the foot. And he's never even going to reach the opportunity to become a franchise player on that contract. So from that standpoint, like maybe that's the approach. I don't know. There's definitely, I could tell from the Rams fans that have been in my comments, there's definitely still a lot of people that think Jared Goff's a solid quarterback. And if you're Detroit, I don't know if a Jared Goff makes Kenny Golladay want to resign there more. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that it? Is that an appeal? Are you worried that Kenny Galladay's just going to refuse and bounce it free agency? So like, well, we'll get you Jared Goff, Kenny Golladay. Like, I don't really think that's the case. I think if you're Detroit, you kind of just look at it as like, all right, we got a quarterback that's probably way too expensive, but we got more draft picks, and the slow Cleveland Browns-esque rebuild hopefully is going to be next, blessed upon the Detroit Lions with all that draft capital. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Obviously now it's like, all right, we got to do a couple different rebuilds that could be fun. Probably less so on the Detroit Lions side, but Matt Stafford on the LA Rams, even though it's hard to see right now, I'm probably going to go record that Stafford rebuild, so that'll be out to you guys tomorrow. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this trade in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys back here on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.